Hello, parents of Incline High School. My name is Mr. Young, and I am currently teaching your child in English 1. Next semester, we'll call it English 2. Just going to have a brief presentation here where I talk to you about some of the most important aspects of this class that you should know moving forward. As always, you can email me with questions at neal, N-E-A-L, young, Y-O-U-N-G, at washoschools.net. So let's just go through this. And like I said, if you have questions afterwards, please email me. So, English 1, what is it? What are we going to be doing this year? Um, English can oftentimes be broken down into two categories, reading and writing. When it comes to reading, what we're going to be doing is focusing on the theme of individual and community development. So we're going to be focusing on literature and nonfiction pieces that help students understand their own individual identity, as well as where that fits in the community. Next year, they'll be moving on to a different theme, and the year after that, a different theme, etc. As for writing, I'm hoping to prepare them for the next level. So hopefully when they're done with freshman English, they'll be ready to succeed at sophomore English. And when they're sophomores, they should be ready to succeed at junior English when they're done with their sophomore year and so on and so forth. And also, we'll be reading some literature that, as this PowerPoint in a rather wordy way states, it's really high quality stuff, right? We, the freshman English teachers here, have worked hard to curate a list of fiction and nonfiction work that is of the highest quality in terms not just of writing quality, but also in meaning quality that help your student develop their own sense of identity and understand where that fits in the community. Okay, what else are we going to be doing here? So new for this year, just so you know, and your students are aware of this, this is the same presentation I gave them. The grades will be back to normal this year. I know that last spring grades took a back seat because of the lockdown and everyone's emotional well-being being the priority. This year we're going back to you receive what you earn. So grades will change, grades will be modified, students will either succeed or fail based on their work ethic. We're going to try and go almost entirely paperless. There will be one or two handouts I do have to give, but students will need their laptop every day in school, and they will need to have their OneDrive accounts organized. Just as a reminder, we are on A and B schedules, so students in A will be alternating with students in B group uh, to go back and forth between school and home. The attendance on the day that your student is home will be taken by turning in an assignment. And that assignment will be on my website every day. So when students are home, they should be checking my website for what they need to turn in to me by 2:15. If they turn it in, they'll receive an attendance of present. The thing to keep in mind that is most important is that if they accumulate 10 absences over the course of the school year, or sorry, over the course of the semester, they will be in danger of losing credit for that semester. So the course goals for me are going to help your students appreciate insights into what it means to be human, whether that's cultural insight, political or philosophical insight. The more we read literature, the better we understand humanity, the better we understand our fellow humans, whether they be Greek kings from 3000 BC or Syrian refugees in 2020 or a migrant worker in the 1930s in Central California, whoever you are, if you read literature about those other people, you can understand them better and hence be a better human being. I want them to be more sophisticated in their communication after this class because, as I'm sure you'll all agree with me, the ability to communicate helps them, helps everyone, helps anyone achieve what they want in life. Anything that they hold dear to their present life or any goals that they have, if they can't effectively communicate, they're in danger of not achieving those things. Besides, where else are you going to be able to read about all that good stuff? And before you guys start freaking out, obviously this course list can get into some pretty intense situations, right? Lord of the Flies can become violent. Of Mice and Men, the whole idea of the value of life is reviewed in that, and not everybody values life the same. Romeo and Juliet, there's some romantic interludes, and there's also violence. All of these have their own mature topics. So what I ask of you is that if you are uncomfortable with the things that we are going to be reading about and talking about on an academic level, please get in touch with me so I can come up with an alternative assignment for your student. They won't lose any points, but perhaps we can come to an agreement on what would be appropriate for them. Okay, like I said, they're going to need to have their computer, their laptop every day. I would also like them to have a folder or binder. Letter grades are going to be traditional. This is how I break my grades down. 70% of the grade will be assessments like essays and tests. 20% will be classwork and homework, and 10% will be work ethic. Semester grades will be calculated 85% of all the work up until the semester exam. 15% will be the semester exam. My website, stayclassyincline.com, is the very best way to track your students' daily work. Check it every day. I set it up so that it is complete and comprehensive, so even if your student is absent, they can make up the work that very day. Students need to be on time in order to get the most out of class. In terms of late work, this is how I do it. If an essay is turned in late, they will lose their work ethic grade attached to that essay, but the essay points themselves will not be altered by the nature of the timing of when that essay is turned in. So if your student turns their essay in on time, not only will they be eligible to receive full points on the essay, but they will receive full work ethic points. If your student turns in an essay late, they can still be eligible to receive all the points on the essay. They're just going to lose the work ethic points for that essay. And at the end of the semester, that's worth 10% of your grade. So if your student is a habitual late turner inner, for lack of a better way to put it, they might lose a whole letter grade at the end of the semester. All other work besides essays will be 50% off the minute it's late. So that's my late work policy. Homework, like I said, that's essentially what you have to do at home when you're not at school. I want your kids, this all says, I want your kids to act professionally when they turn in their work, to have pride in their work. Attendance is vital, not just because the state mandates it, but because if you miss my class, you're going to lose a lot of valuable time. Participation will be expected. I do give extra credit, but only to students who have completed all of their work and are still hungry for more as an opportunity to raise their grade. I would never say no to a student who wants that. But I tell students this, don't come to me for extra credit if you have missing assignments, right? Those are the priority. If students are absent, they should check my website. They should check with another student in the class, and they can check with me. So that's 3 resources they can use to make up their work. But it is the student's responsibility to take that task on. I will not chase students down in the hall or email or call and say, you're missing your assignment from 2 weeks ago. That's no longer my responsibility. I get this all the time from students. What can I do to raise my grade? The answer would be your very best on every single assignment from now until the end of the semester. I structure this course so that work ethic is the main determinant in the grade. If a student doesn't feel confident in their ability to write well or to read on a particular level, I tell them not to stress. Their grade will be based on how much work they put into improving those 2 skills. So I don't care where the students are now. As long as they are steadily improving over the course of the semester, their grades will take care of themselves. Your student can run you through this. It's not really pertinent to parents. Class rules, I'm big on respect, remaining on task, being responsible, not having cell phones out, only water in my classroom. I'm really big on if students have a problem, that they come up with a solution first before coming to me, just to show me that they tried to solve their own problems. I pretty much will work with a student about anything if they prove to me that they've tried to solve their own problems. Then I'll give them extra time or extra help in whatever capacity they need, no questions asked, if they have taken on the responsibility of trying to solve their own problems. And then the most important rule, be nice and think before you speak or act. Progressive discipline policy, all this is basically a way to say that if your student and I have to have constant conversations about their behavior in class, it will move to the administration and you. This is how to get in touch with me. Please don't hesitate to do so anytime throughout the course of the semester if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you for watching. I know it's a lot of information. If you ever need to reference this, please go to my website and download the class syllabus. All this information and more is on there. In fact, that's one of the assignments is to have your student tell you to read this information and email me with a confirmation that you have. So if you haven't, please read the syllabus and email me stating that you have. Okay, guys, thanks, and be safe out there.